Hi guys, and today I'll be playing Flesh, Blood, and Concrete. A dull throb resounds in my skull. The world outside my car window has vanished, replaced with an impenetrable field of white. Covered in snow, this strange town becomes interchangeable with the one from my childhood. The uniform matchbox buildings turn into an array of white squares. I grew up several thousand kilometers from here, but in a haze the shapes grow to resemble the courtyards and parking lots of my earliest memories. These streets are alien and intimate. It's as warm as it is eerie, and my head feels like it's been crushed. I didn't realize how tired I was. I can't feel my hands, only the dull pain and biting wind. Too weak to grip the steering wheel any longer, I let go. The car jerks off the roads with the last few drops of gas. Monoliths rise out of the haze. Every landmark is unrecognizable. My eyes went shut. I don't want them to. Nausea crawls up from my stomach and settles in my throat. I want to vomit up my soul. My hand ignores my racing mind and lies limp on the steering wheel. I don't want to die? Am I here? Ew, why are you trying to talk to me? Leave me alone. It's weird. Everyone's mean. Oh, what's that? There's something over there. F off, then. No one asked you to be here. I wake to biting cold. I'm still alive then. The door is frozen shut. I wonder if I'll suffocate in this car. Ah, never mind. Sitting between dead apartment blocks and empty streets is a young girl, methodically building a snowman with rowan-berry eyes and a pine-cone nose. Her intensely focused gaze makes me hesitate to call out to her. She doesn't seem to notice me at all. First thing I notice is that her hands, now red with frost, are bare. It must be painful to sculpt snow like that. The second thing is that her school uniform is several decades out of place, and furthermore simply unfit for the middle of a snowstorm. Wait, why are you running? Damn it. I wonder why she was so scared of me. The keypad that locks the door has been completely smashed. This building must be abandoned. Ground floor. The mailboxes are in bad shape. Okay, this is second floor. What? Some architect must have really messed up. I feel bad for the family that had to live in that room. Yeah, someone had to live there? I think this building is abandoned, but I don't want to end up barging into someone's apartment. Damn, it's dusty in here. Oh, yeah. It's the bathroom. The mirror is cracked to the point where I could barely recognize my own face. Thank God. The window between this room and the next is broken. If I have to, I might be able to squeeze through it. Climb through it? Yes. In front of me stands the same girl I saw outside, now intently focused on the pot in front of her as wisps of steam escape from under its lid. The noise from me climbing through the window doesn't even faze her. Hello? Oh, no, not good at all. Oops. Hello? I didn't mean to... How did you get in here? I'm not stealing anything. My car ran out of gasoline. I'm looking for a gas station. Gas station? We don't have something like that here. Are your parents home? Can I talk to them? I can talk to them. Try turning on the stove. When I was younger, I burned my hand on a stove like this one, and the spirals left a scar on my palm. Idiot. I should have branded myself with something cooler. How would you brand yourself with something like that? Unless someone did that to you on purpose. Try taking the garlic to the left door and then check your temperature. Unlock extra dialogues and names. Okay. Okay. Let's open this. There's no photograph in the drawers. Let's take it. Yes. Artifacts. Picture of you. That's us. Garlic is the soul of any dish. If a recipe calls for 1 clove of garlic, you should put in 3. That's only if you really like garlic. The display case is stuffed with the same thick black hair that coats the walls and ceilings. The thick strands of hair from the ceiling are firmly embedded into the couch. It's disgusting. There's a stack of papers on the floor. Let's take them. Let's see. Sheets of papers. The pages are covered in strings of numbers. I can't make any sense of what they mean. Something red and powder-like has formed on the bed. It might be rust or some kind of mold. It's really gross. Nothing else here. Okay, this is the first floor, second floor. Oh. Ugh. Are you okay? Yep, I'm okay. Are you following me? Can you go ask your parents where I can find a gas station? I'm not following you, of course not. I'm just walking around myself. Okay. I just don't want to get trapped here, so I'd like to find some way to fix my car. You're gonna leave? Of course. Oh, I never asked your name. I'm Nika. Nika, well, it's nice to meet you. I'm Lyra. Lyra? Just Lyra? I can really call you that? Yeah. You're going to ask your family about the gasoline now, right? Yeah. What a bizarre girl. She acts like she's living in a completely ordinary place, but I suppose it's kind of comforting. Wait, this is the room? A box of modern cigarettes lies on the bed. Let's see it. There's the bathroom. It's a miracle that no one has torn the piping out of the walls. Pipes sell for a pretty penny, you know? It's a pretty nice bathroom, actually. This is the kitchen. A half-grown onion sits in a jar of water. Let's take it. Some canned food sits on the table. Let's take all of that. And I think that's about it. She's just standing there. VHS tape is lying on the sofa. Let's take it. A minuscule scrap of burnt paper lies in the drawer. And... alright. Do you want some bread or tea? I think I'll pass. Really? Yeah, I'm not that hungry. And I've never been that much of a tea drinker. You aren't hungry, but you drove all the way from the capital. That's really far away. This seems like a very bad idea. Especially how strange she is. But let's just accept it. Well, if you insist. I feel bad saying no. Wait here, I want to test something. If it's poison, I hope that it kills me painlessly. Here you go, it's honey cake. I've been saving it for a long time. For so long that I almost ate it myself. Thank you, but you were saving it in the first place? I read in a book that it's more fulfilling when you give food to someone else instead of eating it yourself. But I don't feel fulfilled at all. I'm still hungry. Do you want it back? I don't need it. Well, no, maybe I'll be fulfilled when you eat it? Okay. I wonder how long this television set has been sitting here, breathing static to no one. Oh, this is a VHS player, isn't it? If I find any VHS tapes, I'll be able to play them here. Well, I have one. VHS tape is... right here. Okay, let's do home movies too. What the freak? What kind of home movie is that? That's freaky. Okay, there's another one here. Political film. That was interesting. Is this set somewhere in Eastern Europe? I don't want to be a bit of it. I don't know. It has a feeling to it. But a picturesque scene. It looks like it's been pulled out of a children's movie. Looks like someone sauteing garlic. Charming pots and pans. The inside of the refrigerator is clean, and the only thing inside is a pristine carton of milk. Let's take it. Oh, I've always hated the taste of milk. The location doesn't make this carton seem any more appetizing. Alright. I think milk is kind of nasty. I can drink it by itself. There's a small piece of candy on the floor. Let's take that. This is the same floor. This is mushrooms. Ew. Something organic must be beneath these sheets. I have no desire to find out what it is, though. A wheelchair on the floor. A small coin on here. A cross stitch is in the frame lying on the floor. It must have fallen off the wall. Cross stitch. A preserved bird skeleton lies in the drawer. There's a lot of weird things in here. Two dolls sit on the shelf. A lot of random things. Oops. I want to get that VHS player again. Let's take it. What's this? The bread is stale and coated with strands of hair. Ugh, why is there hair everywhere? Animated film. Looks fun. Look nice. It's the most normal thing so far. Let's talk to you. Oh, the bread is twitching. It's infested with bugs. Maybe. So what is this place? Where does your family live? We all live all over the place. You squatters or something like that? I don't know what that means, but this is my house. And everyone is always welcome here too. Especially you, because you're so nice. You don't even know me though. You're not supposed to trust strangers. That's the silliest thing I've ever heard. Everyone is a stranger sometimes. If you don't know strangers, you don't know anyone. I think I've been in this room before. Maybe it was in a childhood fever dream? It's comforting. The yellow walls and the dimly flickering light that is intricately woven carpet. This is the room I grew up in, or at least it could have been. Open. There's cigarettes. There's lots of cigarettes lying around. Coffee has cream in it, but it hasn't spoiled. In fact, it's been perfectly preserved, as if snatched out of my memory. Raw meat. In one of the drawers lies a small person figure. Let's take that. Tap in, lets out slow, muffled breaths. Another kitchen. A milk bottle of cola lies on the countertop. Let's take that. Cola. Okay. Go on the third floor. Let's go in this room. it's dark in here. Some hooligan must have placed this here. I'm glad it hasn't started to rot. It's a preschool primer. Oh, there's a light. Oh, what the heck? That's a pig's head. That is weird as hell. Prized possession lined the shelves of the display case. Books, porcelain, glass, figures, family photos. Okay. That's weird. This must be a pattern of some sort. Oh wait, something is on the floor. A neon soda ball lies in the corner of the room. Let's take that. Some bloodstains everywhere. She's in this room. What's this? It's moldy. In fact, there's so much mold that a new species of mold has probably been created. That is nasty. There's nothing but spiderwebs in this display case. Jars of pickles, preserves, and spices are lined up on the bottom shelf. This all feels nostalgic in a way. The Nika line's hidden in the drawer. Take it. And let's talk to you. Hello there. I found out where to get gasoline for you. Oh, thank you. There's a room on the 4th floor. It's locked, but I got the key for you. Especially. Here it is. That was nice of you. Of course. I'm always supposed to be kind to guests. Who tells you to do that? My family does. You need me to show you the room? I think I'll find it on my own. What's this? It's another tape. What the heck? There's something tethered to the ceiling. No, someone. A dissected corpse, being digested in slow motion by the mass of flesh that surrounds it. I want to run to avert my eyes. I'm locked to this place, my eyes fixed on the mangled thing in front of me. I have to leave. I can save, right? Okay. I have another tape, so... I think it was on the 3rd floor here. Nope, that's the wrong floor. 2nd floor then? Wrong floor again. I could have sworn. Okay, this is the 2nd floor, right? Yep, it is. Home movie 1. Another weird one. Kinda freaky. Okay, interesting. Very interesting. There's one here. Oh, okay, no. Fourth floor. This is weird. I wanted to build a rocket like this when I was a kid. I thought that moon men might be friendlier to me than the ones on Earth. You're following me around again. I told you not to. I'm not following you around. You're following me around. You've been trailing behind me since I came here. It's really creepy, you know. This place is bad enough as it is. I wanted to make sure you wouldn't get lost. Lots of people came here and get lost. You know, I didn't want you to get stuck somewhere weird. Okay, I didn't realize. Old people never realize anything at all. That's kind of rude. The hell? Ooh. Guess we'll leave that place. You're still following me around. Don't you have something else to do? Hey, Lara. You drove all the way out here from the capital to here, right? Yeah. Were you scared of being alone? No, I didn't expect to make it this far, to be honest. Why? Well, I thought I'd die in a snow drift or something. Why did you decide to start traveling then? Well, I thought it'd be nice to disappear quietly. No one disappears, Lara. We exist in the fabric of others' memories forever. Can I say something bad? Well, I guess no one really truly disappears. Does this picture perfect ephemera belong to anyone at all? What is an ephemera? Ugh. Onto sheets of scrap paper and burnt quietly before those words will incriminate their writer. A thankless ritual. The scrap is completely ineligible. It's a cross stitch of kitten sleeping. Honey cake. Honey cake sounds good. New cigarettes. Picture of you. Porcelain figure from the 60s. The scarlet flower. The sparrow skeleton has been immaculately preserved, but its head's been torn off. An old American coin. I collected coins when I was a child, seduced by their ability to connect me to centuries of strangers. Candy made of praline, wafers, and whatnot. An Abituus and an Unsumi alphabet book. It looks just like the one I learned from, filled with bright illustrations of an unfamiliar kind of world. Soda, sheets of numbers. Film. Oh, it's from the 1920s. Onions in progress. I did not know you can build onions like that. This must be antique. Moldy bread. A gold-plated painting of a 20th century saint whose birth was foretold by a dream of a white bird with a human face and empty eye sockets. In life, her prayers wore a cross-shaped hole in her forehead. Dried to people with gasoline or anything else, faceless. Those porcelain dolls. That's kind of freaky that they're faceless. And blueprints. It's all very interesting. The door is firmly shut stuck. I'm not sure what I want to open it if I could. I should say the room's on the last floor. This is gasoline? Yeah. The liquid seeps out of the pipes, filling the jar with disgusting muck. I have gasoline now. Oh wait, I can't leave. Maybe I should just go all the way back up to the 4th floor. Or was there another floor? The rooftop. She's up here. These stars. These are the same stars that you've been watching, right? So even before we came here, we were looking at the same stars. I'm not allowed to leave because it's dangerous outside. But the stars are the same. I'm connected with everyone through this endless sky. I wish I could become friends with everyone who looks at these stars. I've never seen so many stars at night. In the city, the light pollution blocks them out. I didn't know that. We see the same moon though. Everyone watches the moon change around me, all around the world. When I grow up, I'm gonna go to the moon and everyone will see me, and I'll see everyone on Earth. When I was your age, I wanted to be a cosmonaut too. I wanted to watch the sunrise from space. It's supposed to be breathtaking. Why'd you change your mind? Space travel isn't profitable anymore. I mean, yeah. Oh, well, I don't care about that. I'm gonna sell moon rocks. People will pay a lot of money for those. That's a smart idea. You'll buy some from me, right? I'll save one for you, a big one, a pretty one. Of course. Guess we're done talking to her? What the heck? These aren't the stairs I walked up. No, there's something wrong with how they feel. It's not concrete or stone. It feels organic, like leather. I want to vomit. What the heck? These are band posters, like you could find in any teenager's bedroom, but I can't read any of the words. I recognize the letters, but the words are alien. The faces are in a slurry, too. 3 eyes, no mouth, an upside-down nose. It's a blurry simulacrum of humanity? What kind of place is this? Can I pick this up? No. This? No. Let's leave. What am I supposed to do now? Stairs? It's not real, of course not. It's another thing created to taunt me. You better hope that it's not real. The walls are reshuffling themselves. I wonder if I'll be crushed between them. Maybe it's better to stay in one place so that I can get it over with. It's like really weird. What is going on? What the heck? Can you choose a door? These should be ornate faces. All the parts are there. Still, there's something about them that revolts me. I've been in this room before. It's different now. What on earth is going on? Oh. Who are you? Okay, let's keep going down. Where's this? Sorry. I feel like it's been saying escape, but I can't be too sure. The basement. Ugh. Do our old apartment buildings have basements? There's no door? Oh, wait, there's a door right here. classroom. I have no idea what this is all about. Who's on the wall look like propaganda though? Can't go there. The mouth. Okay, we're definitely inside of some kind of a creature. I tried so hard, but what is this? Doors out there. Supermarket. What the heck? There you are. Ooh. What do you do to me? After I talked to you, the room started changing, like they were trying to trap me. You're still here, Lyra? I heard the concrete moving when you left. I thought, why are you so calm? I'm glad you're safe. I wanted to talk to you again. Did you find the gasoline you were talking about before? Yes. Do you want me to lead you back to your car? I don't know, just... let's walk outside together. Okay. I think these stairs will take us back to your car outside. They're not the same ones I took to get here. Does one door lead to 2 stairwells as well? It's hard to tell. They change around sometimes. Can you tell me when they're about to change? A little. You're supposed to be careful and stay out of the way. What happens if you get in the way when it changes? Let's head outside before it starts to rain. It's supposed to rain today. We're almost outside. It started making sense once you came with me. Why is that? Before the room seemed to pull back on each other. That's a secret. You're part of it, aren't you? You're made of the same thing as a pulsing meat. I don't know why, but I thought you were just a normal kid when I first saw you. Are you a normal person? I don't know. I didn't think you were a normal person because most people don't want to be my friend. Lots of them are mean to me. They yell and scream and try to hit me. Ouch. I'll really miss you, Lyra. You try to write me lots of letters? Of course I'll try to. I'm so excited. I wonder if this is hell. I thought my brain had created an amalgamation of childhood, of television, of grandma's apartment. Who are you then? When I step outside, you'll disappear, won't you? Don't be silly, I'm staying here. Here we are. This is where you came in, right? It is. Can't believe it. That means you're leaving for real this time. I'll miss you really badly. You won't forget about me, right? Promise? Wait, please don't cry. You don't need to cry, I promise. Only if you promise you'll remember me. Promise? I promise. It's definitely going to be okay, right? Bye-bye. Goodbye, Nika. We're just gonna leave? This happened again. This can't be the same car, of course. I was only gone for half a day at most. The tree has already grown from the wreckage and died, leaving its brittle branches escape from the window. Of course. Driving out of the world made of flesh and returning to my mundane every day. That would be funny. Oh, my car is broken. I can't leave. Clara, you didn't leave yet. You came back already? I don't think I can leave anymore. Don't be silly. So you'll just stay? Just for a little bit? Of course I will. Do you want to meet my family? They would love to see you. I'm really sure. If you're afraid of getting lost, I can take you there, because I know everything about my home. I feel like a mouse being toyed with by an invisible cat, or something like that. And there's something calming about having no agency in your own life. To be completely at the mercy of fate, free of any guilt. Okay, we're back. Oh, this room is really gross. It smells like pickles. No, it smells like rotting meat. How much time are you going to give me before I end up like that corpse? I'm not in charge of your death, silly. Okay. This is weird. It's cold outside, but it's warm and cozy in here, right? I'm surprised that the heating system still works. Of course, everything here is alive. Living things are warm. You must be hungry, right? I brought a snack. Is it rotten? Nope. With an outstretched hand, she hands me a gingerbread cookie coated in powdered sugar. I take it from her and break off a small piece. It's warm and soft. There's no blood, no place to in. It tastes like gingerbread. She fixes her eyes on me. I avoid her gaze. You ate it. Do you trust me? I don't care if I die anymore. That's wrong. I look at her quizzically, silently. Every night, I climb to the roof to watch the sunset. Sometimes it's pink, sometimes it's golden, sometimes it's crimson, and the smog makes it so. I want to know what color it will be tomorrow. Maybe it'll be green, maybe blue. What I want to tell you, Lyra, is that you don't want to die. You only want to escape from suffering. You want to return to the womb, endless happiness without interruption. That's a fantasy. To live is to suffer, or to accept the possibility of future suffering. The only thing that becomes true when you push yourself away from others. Hey Lyra, you're really scared of me now, aren't you? I just want you to be happy. Tears cluster around her eyelashes. Her face is still red from before. You're a good person, so I want to make you happy. I'm sorry for being scary. She begins to wipe her tears with her sleeves, avoiding eye contact with me. What am I going to say? Why do I want to comfort this thing that wants me dead? I'm not scared of you, Nika. You're lying. With that, she stands up and faces the other end of the dim hallway. Her face is still speckled with tears. Okay. It's getting weirder and weirder. What's this? A dried up container of paint slides on the floor. Let's take it. When I grow up, I'll be on the posters and the magazine cut-ups too. How are you going to achieve that? Well, I'll be really pretty and smart and work super hard and be nice to everyone. Do you think that'll be enough? Why are you ruining my dreams? Because you don't have any of your own. That's way too far. You can still pick something to believe in. You say you didn't have a future, but can't you just dream of anything still? I don't have a future because I'm dying in a labyrinth of my own hallucinations, kid. I'm sorry. Don't leave, please. I'm really sorry. Broken bottles and needles. Do teenagers from the city hang out here? Yep, but I haven't seen them in a long time. Oh, that one's freaky. There was an abandoned block of old apartments on the end of the street that my parents lived in, and I'd spend every day in those empty rooms. These rooms are the same, you know? I mean, do you know? Do you know why you're regurgitating my memories? Regurgitating? I don't know that, but I know lots of other things. Lyra, do you like this place? They made it for you. Is that what you're talking about? Made it for me, huh? How lovely. A little cocoon of my own happy times. Why'd you ruin it all with all this meat? Look! Portland figurines. Aren't they pretty? Who left them here? I'm sure my family wouldn't mind if you took one. I can bring it home so you can remember me. I don't think I'll live long enough to forget you. Okay, it's pretty grim. What's that? A piece of chocolate? Oh yeah, I found it in one of the rooms. It looks really tasty. Yeah, let's give it to her. Yes, thank you so much, Lyra. You're the best ever. The best ever, huh? I can't say it. Anyone has ever said that to me before. Hey, Lyra, are you afraid to die? Yes, I'm terrified of it. I think that's probably why I started driving. I thought that I'd be able to quietly disappear this way, be swallowed up by a snowdrift and be gone, cleanly, bloodlessly. But you couldn't accept a finite death. Are you afraid of it? My family told me I won't die, because they love me. I learned that about ants. An ant colony, it's one single being. When an ant dies, the others eat its shell. The being continues living indefinitely. The ant's eyes is dissolved and it's used to build the eye of a newborn ant. Is that real? What the frick? The whole being is immortal because of those strong connections, that powerful love. I don't know if it's love that's the driving force behind ants, but okay. So immortality is only achievable through cannibalism. What a funny story. It's just a metaphor. Do you like it? Or do you think it would be nice to live indefinitely without fear or want? Like that ant. We assimilated into a larger being over and over until the end of time. It's peaceful. I don't know about that. Someone ripped the buttons off the control panel. That's okay. I'll understand when we're going. We're here. Hey Lyra, have you ever made lollipops? The ones that look like little roosters? Not recently, no. My mother made them for me when my siblings when we were kids. Why? Because I saw them in a book. I really wanted to try them, but I have no idea how to make them. Do you know how? It's just sugar, water, and a mold, I think, so yes. Then you'll show me how to do it later. I can try. Do you promise? Yes. Nothing to pick up from this room. Did you know? Decaying organic material is great for fertilizer for flowers. That's not surprising, but I wonder where you learn a phrase like decaying organic matter. I guess it's a little comforting to know that our corpses can sustain gardens for generations. Everything is connected. Your body rots into a bouquet, and the bee's flytrap is only a beautiful shade of green because of the insects that feed it. That connection isn't wrong, is it? It's not wrong for a flower to eat the body. Without giving your flesh, the world would turn lifeless. That's your defense? I see. I guess a plant that eats flies is no more believable than a building that eats humans, right? That's the idea. Her words are completely deranged, but I find them comforting somehow. Yeah, they most definitely are deranged. What's this? Computers everywhere. Tatlin was lucky to be able to dream. I mean, can you imagine it? 400 meters of steel and glass towering over Petersburg, a beaming messages on the cloud, and yet in 1920 it seemed reasonable. When I started university, I thought I could be like him, dreaming in utopian megastructures for a new era. You're still alive, Lyra. You still have time to become part of something greater. Bathrooms. No, public bathrooms are really gross. Really gross. Let's go. This is my secret hideout. Don't tell anyone about it, okay? Promise? It sounds... Oh, okay. It's pretty. I guess that's it. Okay, let's go. Another room, fleshy. Look, look, look! This is my swimming pool. Isn't it amazing? I would have loved to have a pool in the basement of my apartment building when I was a kid. It's a shame that all the water has evaporated though. What do you do here? I like to play with the voices here. Whenever I say something, they say it back to me. Those are just echoes though, aren't they? You can even hear them now. They are echoes, but I can play pretend with echoes. Doesn't that make you feel lonely? Sometimes someone comes over here every other year. Sometimes someone comes here once a decade, so I'm used to being lonely. I tried to leave. Well, I tried that 73 times. It doesn't work. I thought you said that your family keeps you company because your connection is so strong. But it's different. They don't have arms and legs. Follow me, okay? I want to show you something special. I never expected to see a piano here. Who taught you how to play it? My family taught me. See? They're playing it with me. I can feel the keys move, not under my fingers, but in sync with them. When I'm lonely, I want to cry, and I'm sick of hearing my own voice, I play it. I feel their love wrapping around me. It's beautiful. People come and go, and come and go and go. My family will always be here forever. Aren't you scared of being lonely? Aren't you scared of cold death and the snow outside? Hey Lyra, isn't this sound beautiful? Calling it sound is more accurate than music. The notes play with mathematical accuracy, discordant and empty. But she's right. It is beautiful. It makes me want to cry. The pulsing organs throbbing in time with their tiny fingers, the white keys folding in seconds before she touches them. Something poor cannot produce such beauty. I want to be in symphony with it all. I want to be as harmonic, as loved, as held together as it is. My brain hates my body. My soul is nowhere to be found. I'm a human being in a 15 discordant parts, all at war. Let's continue onwards. I have something else to show you. Okay, another freaky room. Are you excited to meet your family? Yep, to be part of something greater. To never be hungry or scared. I'm excited for you too. Wow! Is this what you expected? I don't know, but it's beautiful. I'm so happy for you. I knew you'd realize how wonderful life can be. There are 1 billion lonely people, all separated by their flimsy flesh. I wish everyone would be able to be happy. I wish the epidermis would disappear. Outside, the snow is piled 3 feet high, and everyone is consumed with hatred. It's cold and loveless. That's why you came here, isn't it? To escape? Yes, but I'm still petrified by death. You won't die. You return to the barrierless existence preceding birth. Will it be painful? No? Are you still scared? Yeah? Oh, you shouldn't be scared. What is it that's more frightening than loneliness? I want to see my family's cat again. Are you afraid of happiness? Are you afraid that you realize that a better future was always possible? and that you wasted time running away from it? Well, you can wait in this room for as long as you need to. Until I die of hunger? Yes, but thirst will kill you first. You have 3 or 4 days. You're not making an invitation, then. You're making a threat. I didn't mean to threaten you. I'll wait for you if you want to think. The ladder disintegrates into the smoky darkness below. Other rungs crumble into marbled meat. It's beautiful, yes, incredibly beautiful. That's the only way I can describe it. The ladder is sturdy. You grew here for me, I can tell. The sky is so beautiful. I'm glad I'm alive to see such a beautiful sunset. A sunset of biscara with the peachy hue of adipose tissue and the pink of heartstrings. The fibers, no, the hands, reach out and cradle me. I had never thought that there would be something so wondrous in this rotten world. As I descend, the last glimpse of brick fades into soft, loving, infinite me. Thank you for showing me this beautiful world. I'm so happy. I'm back here? You're so lucky, Lyra. You have a perfect life, a perfect family, a perfect home. Are you going to come play with us, Lyra? You have to. You said you would yesterday, so don't go. There you are, sweetheart. I've been looking everywhere for you. Are you having fun with your friends? Yeah? I'm so happy to hear that. I came to get you because dinner is ready. The whole family's waiting for you. What are we having for dinner? It's a surprise, but they'll know that you like it. Let's go. Hey, I got the happy end. There's a bad end, I'm guessing. But, I don't know. How did you find me? I thought I hid really well. Why are you hiding in the first place? I thought you'd be angry with me. Okay. Oh. Okay. That was a happy... I feel like this is all a metaphor for something. Like, for people to just come together as a whole. And then you'll be happy, like, I don't know. Like those utopias people dream of, that can't be possible with humanity. So I'm guessing the other ending is if I don't agree with Nika and I don't become one with the flesh, basically. I don't want to die without finding out what you are. I'm your friend, I think. You're nicer to me than anyone else who came here was, so I wanted to share my joy with you. You look so miserable, and I thought you found it beautiful, seeing your childhood bedroom, your grandmother's apartment, your first classroom, fragments of those forgotten happy days. I don't know if you can understand, but there's nothing I can do. What? It doesn't matter if I cry or scream. The walls will never let you out. I'm not in control of anything here. I asked to leave this place 1,000,000 times. I asked to meet people and make friends outside, but I can only bring people inside, here. Are you telling the truth? I'm not lying. You can't. Even if you find a way out of this room, the building will never let you go. Even if you find a way out of the building, the town will eat you whole. It will be painful, slow, pointless. Why would you choose that? Here, there's a path forward to happiness. I'm not ready to say goodbye to the world. It's not goodbye, it's hello. It's a beautiful, infinite... Stop it. I don't believe you. I'm never going to believe you. I can't give up and disappear. I'd rather die being crushed between walls of concrete and sinew. You want to leave me alone here again? Man, I just want to live. It's not about that. I just want to live, to see tomorrow, no matter how painful or lonely it is. I'm not ready to say goodbye to the outside world. To getting stuck in traffic, catching a cold, waiting next to an annoying person in line. It hurts, you know. Look at this. The door that we walked through minutes ago is no more. The gap in the wall has been fitted with a solid mass of pulsating flesh. The only exit from this room is down, to your happiness. Yet you rejected it. You want to starve alone in a lonely and loveless world. I want to keep on fighting. I can't give up and let myself disappear. I showed you beautiful things, wonderful things. I thought I'd make you happy. The glimpse of happiness I saw in the distorted reflections of my past reminded me that I want to go home. I want to see my family's cat, to play in the snow again. And you're sure of this? You'd rather die trying to escape than let yourself be happy? Yes. I'm not allowed to do this. My family's going to be angry. She steps back into the wall of meat and sinks her arms into the sinew, propping open a narrow passage with her body. I can't hold this for much longer. You should hurry. Why are you doing this? You're right. Your life, your precious fragile life, is yours alone. You won't find a way out of here, but it's better than accepting a fate to despise, isn't it? I'm going to be alone again. I'm going to miss you. No one was ever so nice to me before. I'm not from the same world as you, but it still hurts when people hit me. I felt for a moment that I had a friend, that I'd become a normal girl who goes to school and have a pet kitty. It was nice, thank you. Now go. You should hurry. It'll close soon. Don't forget about me, okay? Okay, and we got the true end. That was just sad. Both of these endings were sad. Nothing else here, right? Yeah, and that's it. That was really sad. I guess people can interpret this game in a way as, like, I don't know, escaping from like a closed off life and you want to just make more of your life in the world. Even if you want to give up, you always believe and have that hope that you can still like find your own happiness in some way or form. But yeah, that is the end of Flesh, Blood, and Concrete. I think it was a beautifully written story and made me really sad just a little bit. Well, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Bye!